I too want to raise the issue of housing, I suppose in particular with reference to my own city of Limerick this week. This Friday we'll see a new budget struck by the Fianna Fáil Fine Gael coalition. Yes, I'm afraid we have a local coalition of the U2 as well as a national one. And unfortunately we reviewed the figures, our council team, on Monday, and it shows that in reality there's going to be nothing new, nothing of substance to address the horrendous housing crisis in Limerick City. 315 people are currently homeless in Limerick, 154 children. There are thousands on the waiting list. And yet, if you look at the figures, and this is perhaps the most telling figure, of the 2,443 additional tenancies that local council has provided in the last 3 years, over 1,900 of them have basically been gone to the private sector. In other words, almost all of the work, so-called work in providing housing, is throwing money at private landlords. That's the solution. That's the solution of Fine Gael, and I'm afraid to say Fianna Fáil too. That's the coalition that's failing the people of Limerick day after day, and it is an absolute disgrace. And I have to say, when are we going to come back? Ask the question, when are we going to come back to the realisation that councils used to, in the worst of times, build housing? And when is the government going to supply the money to make sure that sufficient housing build is in the pipeline? Because we know now it's not. And just to be on the record, and we all know this crisis isn't getting better, it's getting worse. The figures in Limerick show this month after month. The homeless figures continue to increase. The people being given notice by landlords, greedy, unscrupulous landlords in many cases, continues to go up. And as Senator Byrne acknowledged yesterday, an 11% increase in rents in Limerick over the last year. That's the failure of the Fine Gael, Fianna Fáil coalition, both locally and nationally. So I'm asking for a debate on the issue, Gavan, in relation to this issue. It's not good enough for Fine Gael to keep believing in the mantra of a privatised solution to the housing problem. It's a failure of politics, and you've had 7 years to sort this out.